Welcome back to Home Delivery. Now, Candy grew up desperate to be a country music singer. But she says with marriage, kids, and a weight problem, it made it virtually impossible to follow that fantasy. But today, after losing an incredible amount of weight, her husband, Jeff, thinks she's now ready. And he contacted Home Delivery for a little help.
At 410 pounds, Candy Clark could barely function as a normal human being.
She was pretty much a walking heart attack. I never knew from day to day whether I was going to lose her in her sleep or how long I had with her.
After losing over 260 pounds, obesity could no longer prevent Candy from pursuing her even bigger challenge: to make it as a country music star.
This is her life passion. This is what she's wanted to do since she was 10 years old. I mean, she has her own flavor, her own style, and she's got a phenomenal voice.
But you haven't made it until you sing on the Grand Ole Opry stage in Nashville, Tennessee.
I've never been able to give her much of anything as far as her music. We've never really financially been able to do that. And this is my way of giving back to her for the life that she's given me.
One thing's for sure, Candy really can sing. So we knew just what she needed to perform on country music's biggest stage, the Grand Ole Opry. Home Delivery's crew hit the road to Huntington, Pennsylvania to surprise Candy Clark with some very important news.
Candy? Yeah? Hi, Candy. This is Jeff. Hi.
Our crew told Candy that her phone would ring in just a few minutes, with me on the other end.
Keeping all this under wraps was just unbelievably hard. She's a very suspicious person. It's hard to keep anything from her because she constantly has to know what's going on.
Hello?
Hello, is this Candy?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Candy. This is Stephanie from Home Delivery. How are you?
Fine.
Listen, your husband, Jeff, has told me just how special you are. And he also told us the fact that you just recently lost 250 pounds? Is that the case?
Yeah, 269.
We have something very special planned for you and your beautiful self.
Yeah.
We are taking you down to Nashville, Tennessee, where you are going to sing on stage at the Grand Ole Opry.
I'm going to sing on your Opry.
She was shocked, very happy. It's probably the happiest I've seen my wife in a very, very long time.
I can't believe my husband Jeff kept this a secret. I can't believe half the town didn't tell me what was going on. I love all of you. I gotta go back. Are you gonna follow me to my bedroom? Don't look at my room, it's a mess. Make sure I have all my clothes.
I've never been able to give her anything. We just never could afford it. I mean, we lived payday to payday, and in the process, her music career suffered a lot because we just could never financially do what she wanted to do. This is for everything I couldn't get. For my wife to be able to perform on the Grand Ole Opry, it's a lifelong dream of hers.
I'm gonna sing on the Opry.
For me to be able to make this happen is just, it's unbelievable.
I'm ready to go to Nashville.
We're in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, Candy has traveled such a distance to be here, and I am so looking forward to finally meeting her. In fact, this is her now. Candy, you made it!
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Welcome to Nashville.
Thanks.
This is an important place for you, huh?
Yeah, it is.
So tell me a little bit about you and your singing. I know this has been a big passion for you for a long time.
Yeah, been singing since I was about 10 years old with my mom and dad. My mom sang right over here at the Ernest Tubb record shop.
Oh, you're kidding. So this is sort of in your bones, in your roots.
Yeah, in my blood, I think, yeah. This has been a dream of mine since I was probably 10 years old when I was here with my parents. Always wanted to come back and was never able to. Right now, I live in Pennsylvania, and I have a band, Sugar Ridge. I sing with them. Good night, everybody!
I sit in the audience and I watch my wife perform week in and week out, and I cannot believe that I'm actually married to this beautiful green-eyed redhead standing on that stage, and I get to go home with her at night. It's awesome.
Kind Country music probably my passion. I love singing country music.
So what's held you back?
Some of it my kids, I had children, but this probably was the biggest thing.
Wow.
410 pounds of me.
Wow. You look like an entirely different person.
I've been told that.
The changes are just totally phenomenal. I mean, where she couldn't hardly walk before, now I can't keep up with her. I mean, she's constantly on the go. She's full of life, full of energy. It's like I'm married to a whole complete different person.
The struggle with my weight started probably right after I had my kids. My whole metabolism kind of shut down. Tried different kinds of diets. Between my metabolism and my thyroid, drinking water made me gain weight, and all the different things we tried, it just didn't help.
The biggest fear was her dying. That was my biggest fear. She was a walking heart attack or stroke. She couldn't function hardly at all as a human being.
Having my stomach stapled was a last resort. It'll be 5 years in January. I've kept all the weight off since then, and I feel great.
Candy has wanted to be a singer all of her life, but her weight really held her back. She didn't have the self-esteem, she didn't have the confidence, she didn't have the ability to step out onto a stage and ever really feel good about herself. So what do you think it's going to feel like stepping onto that stage?
I have no idea.
It's the Grand Ole Opry.
I know, the mother of all stages.
The mother of all stages, well said. Mm-hmm. You know what? I say we get out of here and go do it, okay?
All right.
Let's do it. We're finally here at the Grand Ole Opry. Any last-minute jitters?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm cool. Oh, my God. It's just awesome. Every singer's dream. It's like every dream I've ever had has come true. I can't believe I'm standing here. I think for any country singer, any entertainer that has or wants to do anything with country music, the Opry stage has just been a goal for them. It's like the mother of all stages. When you've reached the Opry, you know you've done something awesome.
All right, Candy, we're finally here at the Grand Ole Opry. You're going to perform on that stage very soon.
I know.
Any last-minute jitters?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm cool.
You're going to be able to pull together?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to do a real quick wardrobe change.
Yep.
And then we have to go through a sound check.
All right.
Your first official sound check.
Yes.
And this time, you're going into the Grand Ole Opry as talent.
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, my God.
She started crying. She was so overcome with emotion. She didn't even know what to say. This has been a moment she'd be thinking about all of her life, and it was finally here, and she was finally proving something to herself.
Oh, gosh. I don't know what I thought. It's just awesome. There's no words for it. I can't describe the feelings that I was feeling because it just brought me back to when I was 13 years old and living in Nashville with my parents. Every singer's dream. The whole atmosphere of Nashville, I don't think it ever changes. I don't think it ever will. I don't know how I can thank my husband enough.
I have a feeling you're going to have some time to figure that out.
Oh, yeah. All the weight and now all this, it's like every dream I've ever had has come true. I don't know. The only other thing that could be grander is that we just keep on going.
I walked Candy out into the stage at the Grand Ole Opry, and it was such an incredible moment. She walked out there so slowly, with such caution, like she'd been waiting for this forever, and it was finally here.
I can't believe I'm standing here. You know, back in Huntington, the band I sing with, I have a song that they always call my spiritual, me and Bobby McGee. Oh, busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for the train. I've had a dream to sing on the Opry stage since I was probably 10 years old. I had did a talent show of which I sang me and Bob McGee and won first place. And I think from then on, it's been a dream of mine to just keep singing and just do it. When I was heavy, I thought I lost that dream. When she wipers clapping time and I'm holding Bobby's hand in mine, we sang every song that driver knew.
Wow. If it were up to Candy, she would have stayed out by that microphone all day, but we had a lot to still do. All right, this is your dressing room.
Oh my God. Roy Acuff. Oh my God. You know what? That's like so cool. The very first time I ever came to Nashville with my mom and dad, that was her favorite singer. And
Oh, you're kidding?
Took her here to see Roy Acuff, and it was just awesome. And
So that is very symbolic.
Yes. Yes.
Well, welcome to Roy Acuff's original dressing room. And we have a few things for you as well.
Okay.
Ta-da! Oh my God.
When I got to my dressing room, they brought me in this awesome jacket. It was just full of sequins and glittery, and it was just beautiful. And I put it on, and it was like, I have arrived.
And then, of course, the hat. So, listen.
Oh, wait, here.
I'm going to leave you to yourself for a moment to sort of, you know, have a moment, pull yourself together, but you got 5, okay? Like, she didn't have much time to change, but while she was, I went over to meet her family. Hi, Candy's family. She's close by, so I don't want her to hear all the excitement. How are you? She is so excited and so filled with emotion right now. The vibe in that room was incredible. It was filled with so much love. You rock, baby! Most of her family had driven here for about 12 hours to see her perform. She had no idea that there was any family involved. She knew her husband was coming and her 2 children, but that was it. Candy, take it away.
I'm still a little girl.
Hold it. You know what? You really can't sing this well without a fun audience to go with it. You know what? Bring in some audience. Oh my God!
I feel like Connie Smith.
Do you feel like Connie Smith?
Yes. She always wore really pretty jackets.
Candy, take it away.
Oh my gosh. I was so caught up in emotion that I could feel my voice trembling, and I just took a deep breath and I just started letting it out, and it felt awesome. She thinks it's 1974, and I'm still a little girl.
Hold it. You know what? You really can't sing this well without a fun audience to go with it. You know what? Bring in some audience. Oh my God.
God, you're beautiful. I knew you were before.
I was totally blown away. I've never seen my wife look more radiant, more beautiful.
I guess you recognize your audience a little bit, huh? And you know what? I think you also need the proper backup band. Perhaps you recognize these guys. Oh God. This is the band she's been with for years, but never have they performed on a stage like this. Sugar Ridge, ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind taking your places.
To my surprise, my band was there, and I think they could have knocked me over with a feather because it was just awesome that those guys were there. I'm so glad that they came there and supported me.
Let's do it. It was incredible, but we still had one trick up our sleeves. There's somebody here who hasn't seen you in a really long time, not since your incredible weight loss. Oh my God, Debbie!
When I turned around and saw her standing there, that was awesome. I mean, she just couldn't believe it was me. She hadn't seen me since I'd lost all this weight, so it was really great to see her.
This is the very best friend in the whole world.
Okay, I want to hear you sing.
Candy's favorite song has always been Me and Bobby McGee. So with her band behind her, her best friend, her family, and friends sitting front row, she got to finally sing that song at the Grand Ole Opry.
Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for the train, and was feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby flagged the diesel down just before it rained, rode us all the way to New Orleans.
I
I could not have been more proud. I was so excited for her. My whole body just wanted to scream.
When she first clapping time and I'm holding Bobby's hand, man. We sing every song that drives me.
She's got a phenomenal voice. You got to kind of take a Reba McEntire, Shania Twain, and a Janis Joplin and combine it all into one, and that's pretty much her.
I mean, nothing, Bobby, if it ain't free. Feeling good was easy love when it sang the blues.
She puts everything she has into her music.
Enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee.
Today has just been a memory I will never, ever forget. Everybody made me feel so good.
I hope that this whole experience has changed her for the better and that she can perform more on stage.
And that maybe now she'll have a little bit more confidence when she gets up on the stage.
I am so glad that it's happened to me, but I don't think I could thank my husband enough. He has been such a prince that I don't know how I'm ever going to thank him enough because he made it all possible for me.
What this show has done for me and my wife is just unbelievable. This has been the most amazing and enlightening experience of my whole life.
Whatever happens, happens. I'll never regret anything I did or sang. I had a ball. I'm grateful to everything and to everyone that made it happen for me.
Candy has a great voice. She can really belt it out.
For a minute, I thought I was listening to Janis Joplin.
Hey, Stephanie, have you heard anything from Candy and the band, or are they too big of stars now?
Oh, she's big time, big time, big time right now. As a matter of fact, we just got a video postcard from Candy telling us about what she and the band are up to.
Hi, home delivery. Since you took me to Nashville, I've been doing what I love to do. I'm singing, and I just can't stop. The band has been extra busy. We not only play cuz, we're playing weddings, carnivals, and festivals. I can't even go to the grocery store without people asking me where we're going to be and congratulating me. It's been awesome. I want to thank the Home Delivery Show for making my dream come true. This has been the biggest rush for me. Thank you again, Home Delivery.